You know, this gives the unemployment choo-choo a new energy, Jeff. A new theme song for the week, an iconic theme song to start this week's unemployment choo-choo.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it is iconic. Okay.
Well, wait. I'll tell you. You know what? I didn't even. I just assume that everyone knows what this is because it's genius, and this will make sense why we're doing this. But why don't you fill in the people? Let them know. You know what is this the theme song for?
Well, it's the theme song to a little something called Magnum, and it ain't what the Riz Papa uses when he's with the ladies. Okay?
No, it's not.
This is Magnum P.I.
Okay.
Television show.
No,
yes.
no, wait. Are you talking about Magnum P.I. starring our good friend Jay Hernandez?
Jay Hernandez?
Yes, there's a new Magnum P.I. that Mum and I watched starring Jay Hernandez. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I look, I knew there was a remake. I didn't know that the guy's name that was doing it was Jay Hernandez.
It is Jay Hernandez, yes.
But I know it's with the one, the only T. Selleck.
Tom Selleck. Mr. Mustache.
Yes, Mr. Mustache, 75 years old, from Detroit, Michigan, and still rocking the stash. And owning it.
No, 75 years young, Jeff, and he is still right. First off, he's on TV. He's on Blue Bloods. He is making money. He's kicking ass. He's taking it. We have always been fans of the Selleck. Would you agree with that assessment?
Fans, I think we've based a show basically just around mustaches, and his was in the talk about being the best in the history of Hollywood.
Well, you know what it is? It was in the pantheon. You know, I do believe that his mustache is in the mustache pantheon. You know.
Yeah, if there was a Walk of Fame,
yep,
his would be first or second on the list.
And you
walking down the street.
And you know, I never understood why he had that mustache until very recently. And maybe you disagree. But I thought, well, is this part of his look? Like, what's it? It's a trustworthiness thing. I believe that Tom Selleck keeps that mustache coiffed, crimped, and colored to establish, much like if you're from, for example, Philadelphia. There's a newsman named Jim Gardner. Or if you're from Traverse City, there's a newsman named David Bellamy. Or what? Or there's in Detroit. There's Evrod.
Evrod doesn't have a stash.
No, but Kissimmee is trustworthy still. His last name's Kissimmee.
And when you look at him, you do want to kiss him.
Yeah, exactly. So the trustworthiness is important, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think when you look at the stash, you feel comfortable. It's like smelling fresh baked bread.
It is. It's like walking into a bakery at 4 a.m. and smelling all the fresh dough.
Yeah. Do they let you in at bakeries at 4 a.m.?
Listen, I've been around.
Are you in there trying to hoard the yeast?
Yeah, well, you can't get enough yeast. You know, that's my life's motto, right?
All right. Monostat you.
Monostat Rizzo. That's right. Now, that's not, listen, and this is going to be hard. I didn't want to do this, Jeff.
I'm giving you a moment. Go ahead. You can get it out.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to do this podcast, and when we had our super secret important podcast meeting, you said that it is our responsibility when we, there are characters on our show, Stedman Graham,
right.
Oprah,
right.
Lisa, Harvey,
right.
Just so many.
Right.
And Selleck is one. And when a character on our show makes a fundamental mistake.
Don't you think you're overdoing this?
I don't know. I don't feel like I am, and maybe we could talk it through.
Are you saying that is he a sellout with what we're about to talk about? Do you feel that?
You know what? I would actually be okay if he was a sellout. He's a fucking thief.
Oh, whoa.
Wait a minute. He is stealing from your grandmothers. He is taking that mustache of trust And he is using it to steal your grandmother and her money and her home.
Look, listen, if your granny, is not that smart of a person to figure out what's going on here, then maybe Granny belongs on the street if she can't figure it out.
So you're telling me that the influence of a trusty Selleck isn't sometimes overwhelming? I call bullshit.
Look, I think he's there. He's a spokesperson. It is what it is. But if Granny ain't got it together and can't figure this out, then I'm sorry, Granny. I'll find you the cardboard refrigerator boxes.
So you
got to know what's happening.
You're telling me that if you're, let's say, 90 years old, like my Gam, she loves Tom Selleck. I haven't even told her this yet. She loves him. If Tom Selleck said jump, my Gam would say how high.
Okay, well that's not a good trait to have.
If Tom Selleck said bend over, she'd say oh yeah.
No, look, if your granny buys into this and winds up being destitute or losing her house, then I'm sorry, Granny, that you didn't pay attention and do your homework, and now you got to turn tricks on the street. I'm sorry.
So you are laying the blame at the Gam of America's feet. You are laying no blame at the mustache of Thomas Selleck. Is that what you're going to say? Because we're going to play for you. I have different audio clips I've recorded from the TV. Are you going to seriously sit there and tell me that you don't believe that Tom Selleck has blame in this? Is that what you're going to say?
If Gam has to walk up to a rolled down window and ask somebody if they're looking for some fun tonight, then it's Gam's fault when it comes to this, okay?
Okay, well, listen, let me ask you something. If me and you, let's do this. Let's play one of the commercials. Then we'll talk about what it is. Then I want you to think about this question. If Rizzo and Jeff did this exact commercial, would it have the same impact? And if your answer is no, then you have to take into account the Selleck factor. And if your answer is no and you're taking into account the Selleck factor, you have to take into account the trusty mustache. And if you take into account the trusty mustache, you have to know that he has turned from a good person into somebody who is getting paid to steal from your fucking grandma.
I think you are stepping way over the line, okay?
Well, we'll find out.
If Gam has got to be renamed Bam Bam on the streets, then it's on Gam.
I can't, okay? Listen, I don't know if you're just trying to be silly and funny, but I hope you're just being silly because you have not once. You know what? Listen, how about, let's just listen to this. I want you to maybe rehear some of these. And then we can talk about it because maybe you just haven't heard them all the way through. Is that fair?
Okay. Yes, that's fair.
Okay.
Totally fair.
So American Advisors Group, ladies and gentlemen, provides what's called a reverse mortgage. Tom Selleck, Jeff, has been appearing on TV late at night, but, it was just late at night, but then, you know what they started doing? They started zeroing in on TV shows that elderly people watch. So during the day when The View's on, or during the day when Action News is on, or during the day when, General Hospital's on, Selleck pops in your living room.
So you're saying that I'm sitting here right now watching like the Game Show Network.
Yep.
This is what it would be on.
It's 1:56. You're munching on some pretzels. You have a little bit of orange soda. You and Aunt Rose are just watching some good wholesome Americana television, and there's a break. And right after the promo for the game show that's 47 years old, you hear this.
With time comes change. That's for sure. And when those changes might help more people, especially those in retirement, I think it's worth talking about. So, AAG is introducing a new jumbo reverse mortgage loan.
Now, before we get any further, it's been 14 seconds and he's already hawking a jumbo reverse mortgage. Okay?
He's getting the business here, okay? Let's get down to it.
Okay, all right, hold on. All right, we'll play this through. Hang on.
So you can now access as much as $4 million in cash, tax-free, from your home's equity.
Now, before we go any further, okay, he's just offered to give you $4 million. Sounds a little irresponsible, but let's give it a couple more seconds.
He's on it.
Okay.
He's balling.
All right. Balling. All right, hang on. Let's see.
Advantage Jumbo gives you another way to effectively manage your retirement income sources. Tell me something. What other asset can give you that kind of tax-free cash?
Okay, so this is what. No, wait a minute. There it is. Do you hear? He's being contrite. He's looking right into the camera. His mustache is coiffed perfect, and he's saying, "You know what? Tell me something. What else can give you more money than if I steal the equity out of your home? The home that you purchased, that you paid 30 or 40 years to pay off. I want it. I want to steal it from you."
Look, if you're strapped for cash,
oh, Jesus,
you didn't do a good job saving, Granny.
Oh, really?
Okay,
you think people should plan to live to be 90?
What? How old is your Gam?
91.
How's she doing?
She's doing good, but you know what? She says all the time, we never plan to live this long.
Okay.
Okay?
You know what?
But here, wait, no, you know what? Stop blaming Gam. We got more commercial. We got more Selleck. I want you to have the whole picture, because he starts getting contrite here. And this is where I think he really goes off the deep end, Jeff.
Now, the good news is many of us are living much longer. But you know what that means? Our retirement savings are being stretched over more time. That's where your home's equity can help.
He basically just used the argument that I said was, troubling people like my Gam, okay, and used it against them.
If you've had your home for a while, it's probably worth a lot more today. So, why not use that appreciation for anything you need? Maybe it's some home repairs or updates to make it more comfortable so you can stay in the place you love.
Are you fucking serious?
Listen to me. Don't you think your Gam would love one of those things that you sit on that takes you up the stairs? Like you said, when we were talking, your Gam carries things up the stairs. Well, now she could sit on one of those things. They're thousands of dollars up the left. What about one of those, those tubs where they open the door and you go in? All those kind of things, repairs. What if you need a new roof?
Okay, great. So let me get this straight. Taking the equity out they paid $9,000 for this home in 1949. She's been here since 1949. $9,000. Their mortgage was $44 a month, and it took them 30 years to pay it off. Okay? This home is worth a whole hell of a lot more now. Probably like $250, right? And Tom Selleck, Gam hates walking up the steps. She knows she needs that lift. She knows that the new bath is a good idea. She knows the plumbing needs attention. The house is 70 years old. And we're going to play one more, but do you think, let's just be honest, stop fucking lying and stop. I don't like the way you're acting today. I don't. I'm not happy with it, because I feel like you are defending this man. So my question, if Rizzo and Jeff did that exact commercial, would it be as effective?
Well, first off, you sound like your boxer briefs are going up your shit. Let's relax.
Okay.
All right. And look, would it be as effective? Probably not.
Why?
Okay? But because we don't have beautiful mustaches.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Mine grows erratically, and I try to grow it. It doesn't grow out right. I look homeless. His looks beautiful. And just because Gam got the house in the 40s for $9,000, that's great. That was the time. Do we know that Grandma didn't run up some gambling debts? Right? Do we know?
I think she was at Harris Chester playing the horses. I don't think so.
Okay. Do we know it's loan sharks, all kinds of stuff? We don't know.